Oh, and there we go. Coffee and chats. It's been a little while since I've done one of these. But today I am joined by Colin Gebbie. So he is currently in the Back in Charge Blueprint. And we're just going to have a conversation about, why he decided to join, his experiences, and, what results he's getting. But before we get on to that, please, anyone that is watching, please just pop behind the comments. Let us know that you're there. And always, if you've got any questions, please just pop in the comments. And, myself and Colin, this is why we do these videos, is so you can see that it is real people that come into the Back in Charge Blueprint. And also that, if you want to ask them any question at all, that you can just ask them and we will answer it as well. Okay. Nice one. So, Colin, before we we get into all of the nitty gritty, would you like to introduce yourself, like who you are, whereabouts you're from, and what do you do?
Yeah, not a problem. My name's Colin Gebbie. I'm in construction. I run a small construction company up near Leeds. We work nationwide. I'm 55 years old. I've got a wife and a daughter, and they take up most of my time, any spare time I've got other than work. So yeah, that's me in a nutshell. I love what I do, and I do it all over the country.
Nice. And that's it. I just want to say, like, thank you as well, like, for coming on today. But not only that, like, you're around your friends at the minute, aren't you? Because there's been a power outage. So you've come around your friends because he's got a conservatory and you're hotspotting. So please, like, if the connection's a little bit bad on Colin's side, please, we do apologize. But you can hear him, which is the main thing. That is the main thing. But I really, really appreciate that, Colin. So thank you. Cool. So Colin, like, let's go back a little bit. Like, you're 11 weeks into the Back in Charge Blueprint. Yeah. What was life like for you, like, before that? In the months preceding you actually getting started, like, what was going on? Because, like, recently I've been having a lot of conversations with guys saying, I've got too much pressure going on at work, or, I'm just too busy to lose weight, or I've got so much stress that I just can't concentrate on anything else. Like, yeah. Colin, like, if it's cool with you, like, what was going on? Like, if you had to share it, like what was going on with you before you actually started the Back in Charge Blueprint?
We were having problems with the business and the partnership that I had with my business partners at the time. I was stressed. I wasn't sleeping. My weight was, I felt, was ballooning. People since have said that wasn't the case, but I didn't feel good about myself. I tried a few options, such as fasting. It's taken the world by storm, this fasting. Tried it, didn't work for me at all. I didn't lose an ounce, kept to it religiously for a month, never lost an ounce. It wasn't working at all. All I seemed to be doing was working 7 days a week, 12, 14-hour days, not sleeping, going into the home office and just working. And life wasn't that good, to be honest. Stressed. We met, and it was your call. Let's do it, and that was where it all started. But yeah, I wasn't happy in myself. I wasn't happy with how I looked. I wasn't happy with my weight. I wasn't happy with my fitness levels. Were through the roof, and I wasn't in a great place.
No, so really, it's like it was quite hard. You was in a place where that mountain of what you had to overcome was quite large, wasn't it? On a personal level, like you, and then on a professional level as well, right? With stress and, this is the thing, right? If you're not sleeping, then that just makes everything harder anyway, because you've got to dig deep just to get through the day, right? So the thought of having to change what you're eating and do hours and hours of exercise, which most people think they have to do, is too great. So
Yes.
okay, cool. So we had a conversation, right? We had a conversation, and yeah, and like look, like at the start, did you have any apprehensions?
Yes, I did. I had apprehensions. I'm good at starting things, so work it through. It's not a problem. I can do it to the nth degree, and I'm pernickety to say the least. The detail matters, the quality matters, making sure clients are happy. If somebody can't do it, I'll jump in and do it myself because that's the way I am. On a personal level, I'll start a diet, get fed up with it after a week, and just go back to how it was. So my mindset was, let's give it a go. Am I going to see it through? Is my willpower going to be strong enough? But this time it was different. It was just, it works. It was for me. I didn't do it for my wife. I didn't do it, let's do a diet together. I did it for me. So I had apprehensions. Will I have the willpower? And I've surprised myself. But it's down to how you've structured the course, how you've done the Teams calls, how you've done the videos, and you feel as though you've got the support around you. I've probably not been the one who's been asking a lot of questions of you, but it's there. The information is there, and listening to the others and their struggles, and you just think, I'm going to prove it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. So yeah, I had apprehensions from the start. Didn't think I'd see it through. After 2 or 3 weeks, I was shocked, and it just went from there. And I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, nice. But that's let's be honest, right? If anyone's watching this, there's always that, because they feel that they have to have that willpower all the time. But this is the thing that causes a lot of people to fail, is that motivation isn't the thing that gets you the results. Motivation is the thing, like we say, is get you started. Then you go into the action phase.
You do. Yeah.
And then there's going to be times, right, when we just go, excuse my French, F it, right? And then we then have to get started again. See, this cycle, right? Like we've spoken about that umpteen times, right?
Yeah.
So of course, motivation isn't going to do it. But like you say, that you thought you wasn't going to have the willpower. Well, you're not going to have the willpower to do it, but you've now created the behavior change and the habits to then make it last.
Yes.
Nice.
You're absolutely right.
Cool. So like let's look at it. Like, what did part of the 12-week program, the Back in Charge Blueprint, like what did you enjoy the most? Well, what are you enjoying? Because the thing is, right, your 12 weeks isn't finished yet. So like what is it you enjoy the most about the program and the process?
It's there's not one thing I could pick out, because it's made me look at myself. It's made me look at the time I've got, or I was setting aside for myself, and how I use it. So it's changed my habits. And it was from day one, you said to me, it's all about changing habits. And what are your habits, and can you change them? And it was small things at a time. And I just thought, right, in for a penny, in for a pound, let's do it. And after 2 or 3 weeks, the habits were new habits. And I'm fine. I still go in the fridge and there's chocolate there and I don't take it. But I've enjoyed starting to get fit. I'm not as fit as I want to be. I'm not as toned as I want to be. And we've had this conversation. I've enjoyed seeing people's reactions, because people that haven't seen me for 2 months suddenly are like shocked because of the weight loss. One person, I said it to you last week, about they'd seen me at the end of May, and their comment to me was, "You had a round face. What happened?" And they were absolutely stunned and just hugged me. It's things like that you think, wow, yeah. I had it yesterday from a client that just looked at me and said, "Unbelievable, wow." And the architect came up and gave me a great big hug. He just said, I can't believe it. Look at you. I've known you all these years, and look. And so the reactions have been great, but I've enjoyed the training. I have enjoyed getting the videos because it gives me something to focus on. And I've enjoyed actually doing them. I'm thinking, right, I need to do that. Let's have a go at that. Let's try it. If I can't do it exactly like that, how can I do it? And let's do it. And, you know, the first time I did a sit-up after the first video, my God, I was puffing and panting on one sit-up. Now I can just turn out 50 odd and then it's like normal. But I couldn't do it. And when you did the twist on I think it was week 2, and you twisted and did, what the heck? I'm never going to, I couldn't do it. But I thought, right, well, if I can't do it, keep working on just doing normal sit-ups and do it. So you adapt yourself, but you're just pushing yourself. So I've enjoyed getting and setting the time aside, which one of my big concerns when we first spoke, and we've spoke about it since, from a 14-hour day stress, not having time for my family, to having time to do this and actually do it for me, do the steps, do the gym. And it started off small. It was 1 or 2 days and 3 days, but how do I find time? And I get up sometimes at 4 o'clock in the morning to set off to go to London and get back at 8 o'clock at night. But you do find time. Now it's normal. And my wife just says, "Oh, you've been on Peloton again." And then, "Oh yeah. All right, yeah." And I'm still working a lot of hours.
Yeah.
The stresses because I'm running now and no support from business partners. But I'm enjoying it. I do enjoy it. And listening and speaking to guys, I don't get on all the time on the calls, but listening to the guys, it is motivating. It's nice, and hearing what they're going through. And I laugh. It's just one of them. You can relate. So yeah, I enjoy it.
Exactly, right. We can all. That's it.
The food. Yeah, the food's still all right. I don't eat chocolate. I don't eat potatoes anymore. I've cut bread out. I'm drinking loads of water, hiking all the time. So yeah, it's absolutely, yeah. Everything about it's all right.
Nice. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. And that's the thing with time, right? It's like you're still getting all your work done, and you always will get your work done. It's just that the only difference is that you're now prioritizing your own health.
Yeah.
Because you know that if you do that, then your performance is then going to increase, which it has done, hasn't it?
Yeah, it does.
You know, and that's what it is, right? You're now able to deal with stresses differently and all of that, which is really good. Now, you said something earlier, just a few minutes ago. No.
This is going to come back and all.
So no, it's not at all. It's not at all. And also, you said it on the group call the other day, and I actually wrote it down, right? Because it's really powerful. And you said that you've done it for like me, and not for anyone else.
Yes.
Like that is really important, right? Because like I'll let you explain it. Like what does that mean to you? Like that phrase, that what you said, that sentence, what does that mean to you?
Well, for years and years and years, my wife's always said to me, "Let's do a diet." She goes to the Weight Watchers, and I call it the Fat Club, and it's, you know, a Little Britain Fat Club type thing, and let's eat some dust and what have you. And she keeps trying to get me on Weight Watchers, and we've done it, had the conversation for years, and I'll do it for a couple of days, and then I'll just say, "It's not for me. It's not for me." I've got to have meat with my meal, and some of theirs isn't meat, and that's one of the things I've got to do. So I always drop off after a couple of days, and my wife always has a go at me about it, and rightly so, to be fair. But this time I haven't done it because she's asked me. I've done it because I didn't feel good about myself, and it wasn't about what she thought or let's do it together and we're in it together. It was, I want to do it for me, and it's about me this time, but it's to benefit the family, to benefit my wife, to benefit my daughter, to benefit my life and my work life, and I've done it for me, and it's all been not. I've not done it in a way where it's selfishly, but it's done for me. I've done the time. I've managed my time better. I've got more energy now. Yeah, but I've got more energy now than I had before, and it seems strange because I'm doing more, but I've got more energy. I feel better. I do look a bit better. I still need to lose some, but I feel it's all about what I wanted to do, and my wife thinks it's great.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Good. But by the way, right? It's being selfish in this isn't a bad thing. If anything, it's good, right? Because if you're giving everything else, you're giving everything to everyone else, well, what's then going to be left for you? Like, why should you have the scraps? Whereas if you do this for you, then that means then your capacity is then increased, which then means then you can then give more to other people. So, so you are selfish, and it's good, right? It's good. So cool. So come on, right? Come on. Let's get down to some details. Now, Colin, can you remember what your weight was at the time when we first spoke?
I do.
What was it?
It was 100. Hello. Sorry, it was 105.7 kilograms when we first started the process.
Cool. So, you know, in old money, that's what, around about 17 stone, isn't it? Something like that.
That was 6 items.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. 16 stone 9. Nice.
Yeah.
And we're now, by the way, how did you feel about being that weight? Like, describe it in like one sentence.
Sorry, it's my signal.
That's all right. Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. You there? Yeah, we're back. Back in the room, Colin. Cool. So being 16 stone 9. Yeah. How does that make you feel?
Fat, bloated. I'm not the tallest bloke in the world, as my friend will tell you that. He calls me an Oompa Loompa, but he's 6'3", so he calls me an Oompa Loompa. But so at 5'9", 5'10", that weight was just carried on me, and it's like carrying a rucksack around your stomach. It was awful. I had lost self-confidence, taking my top off. I didn't feel good about myself, full stop. So 16 stone 9 isn't the heaviest I've been, but it wasn't. It's not the lightest I've been either. But I didn't feel good.
Cool. So 11 weeks later, I saw you put your measurements in today, which is good. And tell me, like, what's the progress so far?
2 stone. I think it's 3 pounds off. And counting. I've been fortunate because I did it all. I was fully in from day one, and it was in for a penny, in for a pound. And I've been lucky enough to be able to lose weight week in, week out. And it's I think you said it was virtually a graph of a straight line. And I targeted 2 stone when we started this. I'm now over that, but I'm still not. It's about tweaking it now, and we had this conversation. It's not far off where I want to be. It's about tweaking it and toning now, and that's it. But I've achieved what I needed to do and what I wanted to do, and I'm feeling a lot better for it.
Yeah, that's it. You know, like what you've achieved has been great. You know, it has been really good. You know, but for me, looking at it, it's because like you say, you've just got on with it. And that's what it is. You know, it's like, cool, like we do this task, I say do this task, and you're going, okay, cool, I'm doing it. You know, and that's what it is. You're following that process, right? You know, it's a blueprint, right? It is. You know, and the way that we do it is not like, I don't give you a meal plan. I don't tell you what to eat, do I? No, it's like we give you the guidelines. This is what we want. You know, these are the things we want you to include. Yeah. Go and eat. Right. If you want to go and have a meal out, go and have a meal out. If you want to have some alcohol, go and have some alcohol. You know, it's not like this is what you must eat. This is
no, it's not like that. It's not regimented. Right? It's a case of it's down to you.
Yeah, That's it. And, look, £30 is amazing. You wanted to lose 2 stone. You've lost more than 2 stone. Winning, right? Look at that smile, right? Look at that smile, like proper happy. And that's what it's about, isn't it? But that is what it's about, yeah? Like, you want to be happy with the result. So well done, Colin. Well done. You're working really, really hard.
You.
So, like, look at it now. Like, how is, like, you at the start of this conversation, you were talking about all the stresses and all of that, and you wasn't sleeping and all of that. Yes, you've lost the weight, but what impact does that then play on, like we say, the 4 Fs, on your health, your fitness, your lifestyle, your family, and also your work? Like what's that like for you now, Colin?
I'm still working a lot of hours, and I've got to, but that's me. I am a workaholic, and I'm fine with that. But I love what I do. But I still find now time for the family. I'm finding more time for the family now than I've ever done. My fitness is improved significantly. I've got more energy than I used to have by a long, long, long way. And I sleep a whole lot better. And when we started this process, after the first call on I think it was week 2, and people were saying, you'll sleep better, and yeah, right, okay, whatever. You do. I better now than I've ever slept. And I'm enjoying life. I'll still do the hours that I need to do to get everything done. I'll still work 6-7 days a week, and that's not going to change. It's a work balance now that I didn't have before, and it's all about just time management and a structure to it. And yeah, it's life's better. Life's a lot better.
Nice. Really, really good. Really pleased. And again, right, that's the results. Like when we first talked, when we first spoke, it's like, how much weight do you want to lose? But that's where you're at. It's a bit like, I'm not going to start talking about, oh yeah, you're going to have a much better work-life balance. You're going to be sleeping better. You're going to have all this energy, all of that, because you're like, at the minute, like, that's too far away. Whereas that's over there. It was. But at the minute, but where we need to meet, where we need to talk is here. And that's where, it's like, I just need to lose weight. I need to lose 2 stone. And that's where we're at. So, like, you jumped on, you've lost weight, you're now getting all the other benefits. Like, you're doing really, really well. Cool. So, like, look, like, what would you say to anyone that was, that where you were before, stressed, not sleeping, knows they need to lose weight, unhappy with how they look, how they feel, being lethargic, all of that? What would you say to those people, instead of just saying just do it, right? What would you say to those people that, that they're just not sure what to do?
They've just got the alone, and there is people out there to help them, like yourself. The restrictions to them, if they want to do it and they're hell bent on doing it for themselves, there is support and options there. This program is unbelievable. It's absolutely brilliant. But when you're talking to them all, and when we've got 10 on a call on a Wednesday evening, and you're hearing what they're saying, there's a sports there, and they're all giving each other advice. And it's not about you dictating. You've never done that to anybody. It's about offering, this is your options. What have you thought this through? What about this? Was there anything else you could have done? And you're talking them through to get the answers out of them. But the others on the call are offering advice. We had one the other night. He was basically saying, have you tried this protein shake, because this might be able to help you better? And he was giving the advice out to one of the other. And it's that support. And it is, people on the course have Facebook messaged me to say, friend me and let's talk. And it's that.
That's really cool. That's really cool.
But it is, and it's that support is there. And if they want to do it, and they really want to do it, then it's there for them to do. It's here. It's talk to you and do it. It's achievable. If I can do it, crikey, anybody can do it. Absolutely,
that's it.
anybody.
Cool. Oh, Colin, who's added you as a friend on Facebook? I'm gonna have words with him because they haven't added me as a friend. Yeah, they haven't added me as a friend. Cheeky sod.
Yeah, well, it's Dean. I think it's because of the construction connection. That was it.
I'm joking. By the way, I'm joking.
No, but straight away. Soon as it's only.
No, but look at that though, right?
Yeah.
No, but look at that, right? Like it's that community that you guys are creating, right? And that's what it is. It's not you going down to a church hall, sitting in it, like you say, fat camp or fat club or anything like that, which is what a lot of the guys in previous years have said. Like they don't want to go there with the wife and all of that.
Yeah.
You know, we're a group of guys and we're just talking about stuff, and all of that. And also, like what I really like is that you did it for you. Like you didn't go and ask permission from your wife who was trying to get you to go to Weight Watchers.
Yeah.
You didn't go to her and say, look, I want to do gonna try this. You were like, no, you just did it. And you just like, yeah, I'm doing this. And she's like, oh, okay, cool.
Well, we had a chat last night on it after we'd spoke about the phase 2, and she just said I had money on that you would drop out after a week. I had money on.
Wow.
She said I would never have expected it. She said you always do drop out, and she said I can't believe you're doing it.
Look at that then. Look at that, right? You truly are back in charge now.
But your help that's how I've done it. Yeah, if I've had that guidance and that support from everybody and yourself, I wouldn't have done it. I'd have been 17 stone, never mind 16.
That's it. Cool. Well, thank Colin. Honestly, I really do appreciate you. Taking the time, and it hasn't been easy for you to get on today with everything that's going on with the power, but thank you, right? Hot spotting off your mobile to jump on the lap. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate it.
Problem. Thank you.
And look, level 1's done for you next week. 12 weeks done, gonna have a great result, and then on to level 2, right? Yeah, on to the next phase. That's it, and then we'll get you on at the end of that in 6 months' time, and we won't even recognise you.
Yeah, I'll be an Adonis by then.
That's it. Exactly, Colin. Yeah. So yeah, cool. Well, look, guys, those of you that are watching, if you've got any questions, please just pop them in the comments, right, later date, or send me a message, or if you're connected with Colin on LinkedIn, please just send him a message, and he'll answer any questions that you've got. Otherwise, like I said, if you're stuck and that you just want to have a conversation about some help, just getting started and, potentially being like Colin and losing 35 pounds in 12 weeks, up to 35 pounds in 12 weeks, just send me a message with the words back in charge. And look, I'll send you the details of the program, exactly of what Colin's jumped into, and, he's getting the results. So guys, look, have a great one, and I'll speak to you all very soon.